So my good Judy, Dustin Dailey, who has made an absolutely hilarious video, I will link it below, go check it out, which is just a little, like a 30-second clip of all of this stuff that has gone down.
Okay. You know,
I am constantly baffled by this whole ordeal of young people on YouTube, and it's really sad who is speaking for the younger generation. And I feel like the people that are doing some really positive, good things out there are not really getting the recognition they deserve. So I am going to try in the next month to highlight some of those YouTubers that I think are super awesome and really putting out some great content that are younger. Instead of always talking about these negative Nancys that are bringing down the rest of the world. And we're going to talk about JoySparklebS.
Like, seriously?
Who makes me embarrassed to be white. Right.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So, hi guys, it's Joy. And remember the video on Dustin I put out? Well, Peter put out a video. I need to get my thoughts out there. We need to talk, guys. I need to tell you how I'm feeling. So after Dustin Dailey, if you haven't seen it, go see the video. This won't make sense. Go see my PeterMonn series that I'm putting out. So after Dustin comes out with everything and says what's going on, Peter makes a very impassioned, pleading video about how hard it is to get internet hate. And you know, none of us, including me, none of us can understand what that's like. Only Peter knows, because it's all about Peter. All of it. Anyway, you can't not feel sorry for him when you watch the video. Let's have a look and see how Peter's trying to manipulate people today. Take a look.
okay, I don't even know how to start this video. But it's time for me to get on video and talk about how I feel.
Totally time, Peter, because everybody really, really needs to know how you feel. Because what you say matters, especially when you bully and have been awful to other people. And when people stand up to you, how you feel is what matters. That's right, it's about you, Peter. It's your time. It's never been your time, it's your time now.
My husband's very worried about me. My best friend is very, very worried about me. And up until yesterday, I tried my best to just kind of
I wonder how many dramatic pauses there are gonna be in this video. Peter, haven't you mocked other people's apology videos and how they've done it? And here's the other thing that I think is really interesting. I can't watch this with a straight face. If your husband and the people around you are so worried about you, Peter, do you think what you should be doing is getting on YouTube and telling the world about the mental craziness you got going on? Oh, that's right. Wasn't that part of your advice for me? Wasn't that it? That I need mental help and how you were gonna help me and you were gonna help me find resources and you used it for views? Maybe you should take your own advice. Hey, you're a therapist, Peter. Maybe you should know better than when you're having emotional or mental breakdown because of your own behaviors and being called out. Maybe step away from the internet. Oh, that's right, you can't do it because you're addicted to the attention because that's what makes you Peter.
not say anything and move on. If I cry, if I get upset, people say, grow up, you're a grown-ass man. Well, even grown-ass men have emotions too. And I'm very sad, and I'm very hurt, and I'm angry.
Wow, Peter, that's hard. Maybe what you're going through is exactly what you've criticized other people for going through when they get hate. Like in my case, when I hadn't actually done anything to anybody, when you tried convincing the world I'm a racist after you've said the N-word multiple times on social media and never removed it, never talked about it, maybe what this is called getting your comeuppance. Maybe this is called karma, because at least in this case, you've been screwing over a lot of people, haven't you, Pete? You've been trying to control your friends, but now you're hurt and you're angry, so I want to hear so much more about your emotions, Peter. Because what is it like being stuck in a catch-22 where no matter what you do, people are going to be dicks, but in your case, at least, you deserve it. What's that like? What was the advice you gave to me and everybody else, Peter? I guess you don't have to take it because you're PeterMonn, right? I mean, it's just like you're the gay Onision at this point. Lord, this is kind of entertaining.
And I'm confused, and I have all these emotions going on, and what I really want to do is just sit down and make videos, but I can't, because if I try to sit down and make a video about whatever's going on in the drama community, it's like I have all this shit in my head. So I need to just sit down and just talk for a second.
Well, obviously, Peter, your husband, family, and friends and their concern aren't enough to get you off the internet and do some self-reflecting time or to get you in some therapy for your issues. And by the way, sweetheart, let me tell you why I don't buy it. You may have been nice to other people in your life, and maybe you've been a blessing to some, but you've been a complete asshole to others. Like, I don't know, maybe your fucking clients. Maybe people like me. Maybe some of the people you've unfairly come at and slandered because you don't care about the truth. It's all about Peter.
I drove around with my best friend last night, and you know, she's been my best friend for over 22 years. And she said, I know people have a lot of opinions about you right now, Peter. She said, but I've known you for 22 years. You're a blessing in my life. And I hope that that's enough. And,
then maybe, Peter, you should go seek therapy. You know, the profession that you're in, that you help other people with. Or do you tell your patients who are mentally ill and having a lot of mental and emotional issues that the one thing they should do is run to YouTube and talk all about it when your boyfriend and family are worried about you? What does that say about you? What does that say that you're gonna put your little breakdown online, but you're gonna tell everybody else they need to go take a break and they need to do this, that, and the other? It's real interesting to have the shoe on the other foot, isn't it, Peter? Maybe you can take some time away from the internet and learn how to not be a hypocritical dick and learn how to be a decent person to people. Oh, and not slander people, but that's right, I forgot, you're PeterMonn, and the internet and the attention you get makes you who you are, because who cares about your husband being worried? Screw him, you need to make videos. But isn't this the same husband that you also made videos on saying I was a racist to stand up to me on his behalf? But when he's worried, fuck him, don't talk to him, run to the internet, because you make so much sense, Peter.
so it made me really kind of like look at friendships. And everybody wants me to talk about Dustin's video, so I'm gonna talk about Dustin's video. So Dustin, who's was one of my closest friends, put out this video a couple days ago. And up until last night, I hadn't said anything about it. I hadn't really commented on it, except for that I don't want to talk about my friendships online, and I hadn't defended myself. I hadn't said anything. It was 3 or 4 days of just me not saying anything, tweeting out pictures of pumpkin spice things, and trying just to stay in my own lane and just do what I love to do. And it was just this constant negativity just directed towards me. And it's a lot. I don't know if...
Is it a lot, Peter? Is it a lot to have the internet come after you when you keep fucking up and being an asshole to people? Is that a lot? No, it's not. You're a puss. And for some reason, a lot of the men on this platform are passive-aggressive pusses. The mentally ill and passive-aggressive male pussies flock to YouTube because I think they enjoy the gossip game, which is why Repsion actually commented on your video. Remember the video you did where you were praising Repsion's video and he commented, ooh, I love the passive-aggressive shade, because that's who you people are. You're passive-aggressive little pusses. And it's time you let your balls drop and you grow up. Repsion in his mid-20s and you're 46 years old. It's time to stop the bullshit. And you know, Peter, as much as you're playing the victim, let me tell you what's hard. You've had a couple weeks of it and one friend turn. I had somebody I knew for 10 years, an internet friend, turn after I gave him over $400 and find out that he may or may not be diddling kids. Somebody 13 years old when he was 19. Disgusting crap. Almost, I would say 80% of the people I met on YouTube and befriended, not only did they turn their backs on me, they publicly crucified me over shit I didn't even do while I was trying to protect somebody else's kids because she's not capable of doing it and the father's a fucking moron that got charges. And I actually gave $1,700 to the mother. Let me tell you what it's really like, Peter. I had this guy, Phildo the Wizard, put out every ounce of my life and then make up 80% lies surrounding it. He doxed everything about me. And Repsion got his information from Phildo the Wizard and Nick Monroe to make his video that you praised. You were directly a part of this harassment. So I'll tell you what's hard, little puss Peter. What's hard is to go through it for a year and a half unfairly. What's hard is because it puts your boyfriend's job and the other YouTubers who actually support you in jeopardy because people are trying to fire them to where you think you have to leave. What's hard is then watching you turn around and make conspiracy theories and be an ass about it and about my analytics and praise people like Repsion. You don't know what hard is on the internet, Peter, but you're going to, because I'm back. And now everything has been taken from me. Every ounce of privacy, every ounce of everything is gone. When I have my horribly abusive family start shitting on me on lolcow, there's nothing else. You will never know. Have your family turn on you, Peter. But you know what? I wasn't a puss like you. I fucking dealt with it in private. And sometimes you saw it come out on YouTube, and every time you criticized it, Joy's a racist and she's awful, and here's what Joy needs to do. So no, Peter. You're like, I don't know if you know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. I'm still dealing with it, Peter. Shit that you helped promote. I'm still dealing with what you did. And so are other creators that you came after unfairly. You knew some of this shit was wrong and you didn't care to correct it because it doesn't help your bottom line. It's all about your business. So let's be real clear, Peter effing Monn. You don't even know what it's like. But until you correct the stuff you've done, I'm going to make it one of my missions on YouTube to showcase your behaviors. Hey, you did 8 videos on me. I got 8 videos to respond to and more of your bullshit, so keep it coming, Peter. You don't know the kind of hate that's really out there, and I hope you don't, because a little puss like you couldn't handle it. You can't handle 2 weeks of it, bitch. You think you can go a year and a half trying to protect other people that don't even have anything to do with you because you're trying to be a good person to children? Oh, that's right. You don't care about anybody. Nobody, no children. You don't care about pedophilia in the LGBTQ community. You care about your damn self. So sit down and quit whining and grow up and maybe think this is what I did to other people. Oh, but you can't do that. You need that attention right now, don't you?
I don't know if anybody's ever been in that situation that's watching this, but when you just have like mass amounts of negativity directed towards you, mostly coming from people that don't even know who you are as a person, they're just taking somebody else's opinion of you and believing it. So it's coming from second and third sources. Oh, I knew this was true. I knew this is who he really was.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. You're hypocrite, you're hypocrite. Hypocrisy is strong. Oh, Peter, I wouldn't know what that's like. Oh, Peter, honey, I know what that's like. 1,000 times harder. And it came from you. So when you do your dramatic crying and fanning yourself, remember, oh shit, everything I'm talking about, I did to Joy Sparkle. That's right, you did. You did it. In my opinion, you owe me my platform back. And by exposing the truth of who you are and what you've done, it's gonna help me get that back. Because Peter, the truth always sets someone free. Don't you dare try to play cry bully right now. Because you owe a lot of people lots of apologies. And I'm waiting. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm exposing what you're doing. I don't know if, it's just a lot. It's a lot. 2 weeks, motherfucker. Step your game up. Grow some balls. Get some balls. You're 46 years old, you're gonna need them.
So Dustin put this video out, and people want to know how I feel about the video. I'm hurt. I'm sad. Nothing in the video confused me. We've had conversations about those things on many different occasions, but you're only getting one side of the conversation. And that's all you're gonna get. I love Dustin, he's my friend. Or he was my friend. We've been friends for almost 2 years. We talked all the time. We texted each other all the time, funny memes, and we got each other through some tough times, both of us, and laughed through great times. And I guess what surprised me the most about the video wasn't what was in it, but what wasn't in it. That there was like no mention whatsoever about, I don't know, about anything to do with our friendship. So, I I said this in one of my videos the other day, that there's a quote from the movie The Contender I love. And the quote is that principles only mean something to you if you stick to them when they're inconvenient. Well, this is a really inconvenient fucking time for me right now to stick to my principles, okay? But to some degree, I think like people are wanting to force me into showing this behavior, okay, of like, and then say, oh, see, like that's who he is. And this happened last night in a live stream that I was in with Paige, Christie, because I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm worn out, I'm overwhelmed.
Wow, Peter. Sounds like a lot of what I was going through. Only the difference is I didn't fuck a bunch of people over in the process, and you're saying you're not going to address Dustin, you are addressing him. You know what's really standing by your principles is? When Phildo the wizard, you know, who Repsion got his information from, he got it from a fucking weather wizard. Not even a joke, a weather witch, a wizard, and somebody who dated a 13-year-old when he was 19, allegedly, between 13 to 14, so fucking gross. God. Peter, honey, I'm addressing it to you. By the way, this whole video is addressed to Peter. You haven't a fucking clue. When he started doing that to me and trying to set out to ruin my life, he doxed every ex he knew about and made up wild stories. There'd be 20% truth with 80-90% lie. He went on gossip sites to do that. He tried to destroy my fucking life. When I tried to help him get jobs and work, he put it out there like I did a fucking disservice or disrespect to him. I gave him money and I helped him. And you know what? When he started his shit, do you know how long it took me before I finally stood up for myself and spoke up? 1 year. Because my principle was I don't talk about former friends or relationships or whatever. You know, I don't talk about that stuff on here. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to ever name names, even if I did lightly talk about stories. 1 year. You couldn't last 3 days without bringing it up? I think I mentioned him one time on a live stream because people kept bringing it up and I said I'm not going to talk about it and I'm really sad. And that was it. My heart's broken. You don't have morals and principles about this because you're profiting off of it right now by doing this video. You're a hypocrite. Once again, I'm PeterMonn. I'm this great person with principles while I'm doing the exact opposite. The exact opposite. This is why people don't like you, Peter. Go look at your comment section. Oh, you can't do that because you're too busy trying to spin more drama and spin more shit to make other videos. Go get therapy. Can't do that. Hey, go deal with your husband who's worried about you. Nah, make a video. Make a video. Are you kidding me? Are you that dumb as a therapist? Are you that dumb that you don't see what you're doing? And I don't believe you're dumb. I just think you're like everybody else on this platform. Not everybody, but the majority of these YouTubers. You're just a hypocritical, manipulative a-hole, in my opinion. And everything you're saying, all that criticism you gave me when I was going through it, and it was undeserved, and almost all of it was bullshit. Where was your, wow, sorry, Joy? I joined in. I joined in on the slander about you. I joined in saying crazy stuff. And you know the worst part, Peter? I was going through pain, physical pain you can't imagine. Try looking up severe metal poisoning, heavy metal poisoning. I have a really high threshold for pain. And it was it is to this day, the most extreme pain and fear for my life I've ever gone through, and I am so lucky to get out of it. During days where I was crying getting out of bed and trying to wipe away my tears to make videos so I could try to pay to figure out what was going on with me, there you are kicking me while I'm down and I can't get out of bed. So guess what you're not gonna get from me? Sympathy. Now, if these videos ever get enough attention, I sincerely hope you respond to it, and I hope that you get out the biggest violin you have, and I hope that you play such a big victim to me. Do it, Peter. Play victim. That's what you do best on YouTube.
And I don't know how everybody else out there as a human being reacts when they've been pushed into a corner, but at some point, enough is enough, okay? One person can only take so much. And that's how I felt. I felt like everybody's only getting one side, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the Dustin thing for a second.
Shut up! Shut up! This is what you do to other people, Peter! You got one side with me and ran with it, and you never corrected the information because you don't care about people. You don't care about their health, well-being, their mental health, why you're a therapist. You don't care about the truth. You don't care about integrity. You only care about you. God, you're so transparent, Peter.
I'm not gonna make a video about Dustin. I'm not gonna wage war on somebody that.
I'm not gonna make a video about Dustin while I'm making a video about Dustin. Or you can call it manipulation. Oh my God, this is beautiful.
literally the day before he put the video out, we were laughing on the phone, okay? I'm just not. I remember the last phone conversation I had with him, and okay, you know, I'll miss you. I understand you don't want to be my friend anymore. I don't know what else to say about that, you know? I'm not gonna go tit for tat. I'm not gonna attack a friend of mine publicly. I'm not gonna do it. I wouldn't do it with any of my friends. I haven't done it, and I won't do it. And it's hard to stick to your principles and not defend yourself when people are attacking you at the same time.
Do I even need to say anything at this point? It's like he is saying all the commentary I need to say. Keep going, Peter. Keep going. You're gonna win that YouTube Oscar any day now.
But people want to throw this remain teachable thing in my face. The teachable moment for me in all of this has been trying to stay true to who I am and not react and not get angry. And I did last night, and I'm not proud of that, okay? But I'm tired of people only sharing one side of the story. I'm tired of it. And the last couple days, like, everybody in the world has had an opinion about me, and they're saying this about me, and they're saying this. And the people that are saying it about me, I'm literally seeing them do the exact same things they're accusing me of. And I'm like, the hypocrisy in this statement is just unbelievable to me, that because you're weaving this narrative of this coming towards me, and it's not one person, it's not 2 people, it's not 5 people, it's not 100 people, it's not 1,000 people. I don't know how many people it is, okay? But it's all of them, and I'm standing over here, right? Well, but I'm the one that has all the control. I'm the one in the background doing all this kind of stuff. Like, seriously?
Seriously? I love how he keeps saying I'm not gonna react. Well, this whole video is a reaction to it. Peter, I love that you talk about hypocrisy. Oh my God, this makes you the cutest thing. I'm not even intimidated by you one bit at this point. I know a lot of people are because you have a big following and for some reason can't talk about PeterMonn. Even some of my friends, God love my friends, you know who you are, and I love you fucking bitches. I had some people warn me, you might not want to talk about him, and this is my response. Not to my friends, obviously, but to people saying, don't touch Peter, middle fingers in the air, this bitch don't care. And you know why? You know why? Because Peter, you did the exact same thing to me, and I know you've done it to others. Well, the hypocrisy about, well, people say I'm doing this, but they're doing this. Peter, welcome to YouTube, where everybody circle jerks and everybody comes after everybody else, and then people like you, who are thin-skinned, have mental breakdowns. Welcome to YouTube. Wait till people come for your boyfriend's job. Wait till they come for your family's jobs and your friends' jobs. I hope that doesn't happen, Peter, because that's what you entertained when it came to me, Peter. But you don't care, do you? It's all about you. So everything you're going through, welcome to who you've become on YouTube. Welcome to who you are when you put out information and stories about your clients on social media that you should have never fucking put out. Welcome to making fun of your clients on social media. Welcome to who you've become. Sit down and touch every seat you can find, motherfucker.
There's been a lot of conversations between a lot of people behind the scenes that people aren't aware of. And I could get on here and I could tell some truths too, and I'm just not willing to do that.
Maybe, Peter, it's because you don't actually tell truths. You just spread gossip and slander and then bitch when other people do about you and play the victim. Because remember I told you the stuff you got wrong and you had no fucking interest in correcting that record. You had no interest in helping me with the harassment I went through. You know who did try to help? You know somebody in the drama community that did? Martin Lewis, who you've also had issues with, who you've also been a dick to at times. Like, even Petty Paige, you know, I disagree with several things, and I called her out for a couple things, but at least she's a real bitch that will come to me face to face, and at least when she did what she did, she tried to be fair and respectful to me. I will always respect her for that. You just shit talk. That's it, you're a shit talker. That's not even gossip, you're just a shit talker. Just to get people to look at you, and then you wonder when you treat people like shit why anybody says anything about you and how hurt and confused and angry, and you acted out of anger, but holy shit, you criticize everybody else who acts out of anger or who's getting hate or for their apology videos. Just sit down and shut up. Take your own advice. Go seek a therapist. God.
I'm just not. I've learned that maybe for me, it's best to just stay in my own lane and not interact. You know, everybody's saying, oh, well, Peter, you're the common denominator in all these people's problems. No, really the common denominator is the drama community, and that's the truth. I've been in the drama community since September 1st of 2016. I've been in the drama community a lot longer than all of these other people out there that have opinions about me, and that's the truth. That's a fact, okay? And,
Hold on, guys, hold on. It's not Peter's fault that he shit talks, gossips, slanders, and doesn't give a shit about his audience or about the people he tries to ruin their lives. It's not his fault. It's the others in the drama community, like Paige, who came to him respect and fairness and he was an asshole to, like Martin Lewis, like he's done stuff to. It's everybody else's fault. It's not Peter's when we clearly see indicators and behaviors of his shit. Hey, Peter, I showed all the bullshit that went on with me. I vindicated myself on Andy Worski's stream where Keemstar came to support. I vindicated my goddamn self and had somebody who was an actual doctor look into everything and say this is one of the biggest internet harassment campaigns of defamation on the internet. Where's that evidence for you? It doesn't exist because you're just a shit talker and you deserve everything you're getting. You have no idea what it being on the internet and it being hard, you have no idea what that really means. You got it thin-skinned.
I wasn't having a whole lot of issues like this with people. So, you know, what's interesting to me is that friendships have changed. This is witnessed by the drama community. Friendships change, somebody has somebody's back, then somebody doesn't, and they're coming against that person, and then they're coming against this person and whatever. And I've done my best to stay out of that always. And now, it's like, oh, the common denominator is Peter's this really nasty person. The common denominator is the drama community. So if I need to do what I need to do and just stay in my lane, I guess that's what I need to do.
That whole sentence doesn't make sense, Peter. It's one big swinging hypocrisy. I wish you had swinging balls, but instead it's hypocrisy. Oh my God, the common denominator is the drama community, and I just need to stay in my lane. Your lane is the drama community, Peter. You are the drama community. Holy shit. So you want to stay in your lane, the drama community, while blame the drama community. Horse shit. You have helped create and cultivate the drama community. So you want to blame yourself while staying in your lane of doing what you're continuing to do while blaming yourself. God. For a psychotherapist, you really need some therapy, don't ya?
Dustin, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, I love you. And I don't know if I already said this already. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna make a video about you. We were friends for 2 years. I miss you. I was driving around the other night and I wanted to call you and I was like, okay, I can't call him, you know? Fine. I'm sad. You know, I talked to another friend of ours that is a very close friend of Dustin's as well, and I said, did Dustin say things to you on a regular basis? Like, you know, I'm really angry at Peter, I'm really upset with him. And he said, no, he didn't say those things to me. I'm like, are you sure? Would you be honest with me? Yeah, he didn't say those things. But you know what? I understand that Dustin needed to put this video out and, you know, whatever. But for me, Dustin, you know, we both did things in the friendship. But I'm choosing to take from it a lot of really good memories. And I'm not going to go tit for tat with my ex-best friend or wherever we stand, I don't know. I'm not going to wage war on him. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to allow my friendship with Dustin, who meant something to me, be turned into this thing where 15 drama channels are making videos about it. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not. The friendship meant too much to me. And people will say, well, it didn't mean too much to you at this time or that time or whatever. Well, that's because I can't defend myself and talk about that because I'm not willing to do that. I'm just not, okay? There's many sides to the story of what happened.
Does anybody else notice, for as much as he's not going to talk about it, but he keeps talking about it, he's not actually saying that Dustin is wrong in this situation. Just wanted to happily point that out.
But, you know, for the first 3 days that this was going on, I continued just to post videos. I continued to just try to stay in my lane, and it was like, I felt like this was happening every day. Like, it was just more and more and more and more and more. And I went into my live stream last night, and you know, I was just trying to have a good time in there. And I've heard a lot of people say stuff about my live streams recently, and I'm like, well, you obviously don't come into my live streams a lot, because in my live streams, I always play a song, I'm in there for 45 minutes to an hour, and we have fun, okay? So I don't know what picture people are painting about my live streams, but that's just not the case. And so Paige came into my live stream last night, Paige Christie, and
Actually, your live stream is a place where you tell your audience, if Joy needs mental help, I want to help her get to the resources. I message you, you're a complete ass, you don't care about slandering me, you don't care about the truth, you don't care the actions you're doing, you don't actually offer me any help, and then you go on your Younow stream and you read out my DMs, because per your clients, it's just really fun to make fun of people you think are mentally ill on social media, right? It's all about views and clicks, Pete.
so people were like, guest Paige, guest Paige. Well, Paige had a lot of things to say about me in the last couple days. You know, for the entire time that this has been going on, she had a lot of stuff to say about me, including that I was a horrible person. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. So I was like, okay, come into my live stream. So she comes into my live stream, and at this point that this happened, I had not said anything. I hadn't stood up for myself. I hadn't defended myself. She and all of these other people were just continuing to go on and on and on and say all this stuff about me, and I hadn't said anything up to that point. I hadn't defended myself. I hadn't said anything. And all of these, you know, misinterpreted and one sides of everything were being put out there to paint this picture about me, and I had it, okay? And I don't know how other people respond to things, but sometimes I get angry when I feel like nobody sees the truth. Okay?
Do I need to say anything? It's like, I feel like I don't have to say anything at this point. I'm just playing the video because it's funny. Like, how many times do I have to point out hypocrisy, hypocrisy, victim, cry bully? Just, this pillow seems weird. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It keeps unfocusing, and I try to fix it, and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Peter's a hypocrite. I don't know what you do when you feel like you're backed into a corner, but sometimes I get angry. God, what a little puss. Pete, you don't really know the half of it, and I hope you never do, because you couldn't survive it. You couldn't survive what I went through, you little puss.
Okay? And that's how I felt last night. So, Paige starts saying all this kind of stuff, and I go in to my DMs, because I had gone when she started saying things to me, and I'm like, I'm confused. Like, what's her issue with me right now, you know? Like, the last DM that we had was very nice. The one before that was very nice. You know, the last one she was asking me something about, and it was in June, she was asking me something about how I considered, like, buying, you know, having somebody, she reached out to me, and she said, have you considered having somebody do your thumbnails for you? And I was like, no, I know my thumbnails are shit, blah, 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 whatever. And then I looked at the direct message before that, and it was me congratulating her on hitting 100,000 subscribers. So I was confused. I was like, where is all this coming from? So she goes in there, and she starts, so I had her in there, and I talked over her. I was frustrated because she started saying stuff, and I'm like, no, you're not telling the truth, Paige. You're wanting to only paint one side of the story. And I got very angry. Well, I get angry when people want to lie on me. Okay, I do.
But you can lie on everybody else, and if they get angry, then you try to be the white gay Oprah of YouTube and tell them to sit down and take your advice when holy shit, you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you created it. Unless I see evidence otherwise, Pete, and I don't think there's gonna be any, and I don't think you're gonna put it out, you did this to you, honey. Just like you've done to all kinds of other people. God.
She's now tweeted out today, now at the end of the live stream, okay, because it started off like this and then it got heated and then it kind of calmed down at the end of it. And I asked her, I said, is there any way for you and I to coexist? Because she was like, I don't think we'll ever be friends again. I'm like, okay, fine, I understand that. I was like, but is there any way for us to coexist in the drama community together? And she said, yeah, I think so. We can, you know, and I said, so we're just going to stay out each other's way. She said, yeah. I said, do you have anything else to say? And she said, no. And I said, are you sure? Because you sure have had a lot to say the last couple days, Paige.
You think everything was heated and calmed down, and that comment right there is why people don't like you. That passive-aggressive bitchiness. You're like, okay, everything's calming down. Let's find some peace. Are you sure you're done? You've had a lot to say lately. It's your attitude. It's that dumb fucking passive-aggressive baby boomer. As long as I don't say it directly, I can have every vocal inflection, body language, and facial features and what is that called? Oh my god, I'm ranting and I can't think. It's really late. Facial expressions? You can do all of that as long as you don't directly say it. That was shady as fuck, the way you came at her. And I'm assuming she said something later and now you're concerned about what she said. Maybe try being polite to people. Just a fucking thought. Maybe try growing some balls and talking to people directly but respectfully. Just a thought. Don't say things were heated, calm down, then keep slapping people in the face verbally. I don't think you realize what a rude, bitchy a-hole you come off as. Or maybe you do and you just don't care because your ego's so huge you think that you can have that kind of attitude and get away with it. And everybody's just supposed to love you just cuz.
On Twitter, because she had tweeted a lot about me, of which I had not responded to one thing that she put out about me. No, I don't have anything else to say. I said, okay. So we're sitting there and at the end of the video, she's like, you know, like, I feel better. I needed to just kind of vocalize this. I've had these issues for the last year with you. And I said, okay. And I apologized to not making a better video for her in defense of Jackie Ina. You know, I said all these things on there and she was like, I understand. She apologized for a few things too. Not for calling me a horrible person. She never apologized for that. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like thinking that we're cool, right? And right after the live stream is over, and I'm like, so we're just gonna stay in our own lane and do our own thing, right? She's like, yeah, okay. The end of the live stream, everybody wants to focus on this part that was really angry. Yeah, I was angry. I don't like it when people wanna only show one representation of who I am as a person and paint that as fact.
You do it all the time, and it's totally okay when you do it, because you're Peter fucking Monn, and you don't give a shit about anybody else. Oh god, I can't, it's so hard hearing his whiny voice. It's just so fucking whiny. Grow up! Isn't that what you've told other people to do? Take your own advice. Swallow that big pill you give other people, Peter. You're gonna need it if you're gonna survive on YouTube.
I don't think many people really would like that. And so I was frustrated with it, especially when I was bringing up facts, okay? She's now tweeted out that she's gonna make this very lengthy video about me and she's gonna tell her truth on me and what a horrible person I am. And if she needs to do that, she needs to do that. And I probably will respond to that. Because I have some things to say too about all that. But you know, 5 or 10 minutes after the live stream was over, she again is tweeting out about me. And in fact, it's gone on all through today. I woke up today to more and more and more conversations from her, initiated by her, and people coming to me and saying this and saying that, and she's continuing to talk about it, right? Okay, so this is an example of what I'm frustrated with, if people don't understand that. This is why I'm angry, okay? Because, and then people are like, well, you shut her down and you whatever. At the end of the live stream, I sat there like this and I said, do you have anything else to say? I was silent. She said no. I said, you don't have anything else to say? No. And then as soon as the live stream's over, because everybody's like, you gaslit her, you were angry, you didn't let her talk. At the end of the live stream, I let her say whatever she wanted to say.
I love the misogyny here. At the end of the live stream, I let her say whatever she wanted to say. You bulldozed over her the whole time and then, oh then, you give her permission to speak. Wait a second, Peter. She's a beautiful woman of color, isn't she? And you're a white male. Doesn't that mean by your own racial logic that, holy shit, aren't you being racist to Paige? Aren't you flexing your toxic masculinity on her? And aren't you giving her the white privilege card by shutting her down and then giving her permission to speak freely afterward? And I'm wondering why she wasn't so happy with it. Maybe it took her a little time to process? What a dick you are. Really. I don't understand why you think you can just act bitchy and mean. Because here's the thing, Peter. You can sound totally calm and have a lower tone and still sound like you're bitchy and you're slapping her across the face with your words, and now I'm giving you permission to speak. Oh, this is great. This is so much fun.
As soon as the live stream's over, she got right back on Twitter and said what she had to say. People are painting this picture of me that I'm this certain way because for some reason it benefits them or whatever they want to say about me.
Just like you do to everybody else, Peter.
And I'm not supposed to defend myself, right? Like, if I stand up for myself, or I get angry, or I get frustrated, people are like, well, this is who he is all the time. No, it's not who I am. This is who I am when people lie about me. This is who I am when people are not nice to me. This is who I am when people paint pictures of me that are not true. That's who I am. And I've had an issue with that in my life always. I think you would. That if somebody wants to tell stories on you, you get frustrated and you get angry.
But when you do it to other people and they get frustrated and angry, my God, you tear into them and make money off them. I'm just so you guys know, it's not that I think you're so stupid I need to point stuff out. I'm trying to get to the end of this because I'm going to make as much ad revenue off this as possible. I'm going to make as much money off of this motherfucker and his bullshit as possible because he did it to me. And Peter, it's YouTube. This is the precedent you set in the drama community. Fair game, babe.
Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm overwhelmed. I literally have not been able to do anything that I wanted to do the last couple days because people are just constantly coming for me. You know, Paige tweeted out somebody on her Twitter today and said, what does this person have any motive? And I'm like, Paige, you have no idea. This person has been gunning for me for months now, okay? I literally had to block this person from all 4 of my channels because every video that I would put out, they would come for me and they would have something to say, okay? And I think that I've shown in the last couple weeks that I have no problem owning shit in my life that I've done, but what I won't do is own shit that I haven't done. I won't do that. I won't turn against my friends, ex-friends or current friends. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm just not willing to do that. But at some point, I have to be able to go on. I have to move on and do what I need to do. And if that means that I need to be a completely lone wolf, because what I realized was this, okay? All of this stems from all of these interactions that I have had with these people. And all of these things that have gone back and forth, whether it's a DM friendship, you know, that happens in the DMs of Twitter, or whether it's a friendship that lasted 2 years. It all goes from he said, she said, okay? And if we've ever been in a situation, you know there are always 2 sides to every story, okay? Or 3 sides to truth, whatever people, you know, what I've said before. But what I realized was if I'm not having any conversations with anybody, nobody has anything to say about me.
Oh, Peter, you've been so hurt and fucked over and now you're gonna go out there and be the one. Oh, Peter, you've been so fucked over and hurt by people that now you're gonna go out there and be the lone wolf you were always meant to be, right, Peter? Because you can't trust anybody to tell the truth on you. Peter, you've made a living doing what you're bitching about. Shut up. Take the L. Take that big L and quit bitching. My issue with you is that, again, and I've said this before, it's your hypocrisy. And then you scream about other people's hypocrisies while doing the exact same hypocritical shit and even worse. I sound like a broken record. It's because this motherfucker's a broken record. It's tiring. It's tiring dealing with him. So his response to all this is not to grow, become a better person, learn from this, learn about interactions with people and how he deals with people. It's just to completely shut down because he's the victim. God.
I'm not stopping making YouTube videos. I love doing this. But I'm not going to interact with anybody anymore. I'm just not. Because I do better just on my own. And it makes me sad. Like, I want to have friends with people on YouTube. I want to talk to people. I'm really sad about this whole friendship with Dustin. Out of everything you guys want to know how I feel about the whole thing, all of it, okay? All the shit that people are throwing in my face that he said and whatever, and you guys don't have any idea the context of that conversation or what was said and what was left out. What makes me really, really sad about this is I miss Dustin. I miss the fuck out of him. That's how I feel. And people will say, well, maybe you should have been a better friend. Well, maybe I should have. We can all improve on being better friends. I think even he would have agreed on that.
But you can't, Peter. Because you're now the lone wolf of YouTube who shut down from talking to anybody instead of trying to make things right with people. Because that's maturity. That's respect. That's growing up. I wonder if this is what you teach your clients to do.
Never claimed to be the best person in the world. I never claimed to be perfect. I don't know why I'm put on this pedestal up here. I really don't.
I don't know why I put myself on this pedestal up here and acted like I should just tell everybody how to live their lives and be the white, gay, shitty Oprah of YouTube and then wonder why people think I put myself on a pedestal when I put myself on a pedestal.
But I can't continue to take all of this coming towards me. I'm worn out, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. Everybody is just, it's too much, you know? And,
Guys, I love what I do. I love shit talking everybody and making money off of it. I'm not gonna stop. It's just been 2 weeks and now I'm just worn out and overwhelmed and I can't handle much anymore. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't think I need to say anything else. Like, you may be a gay man, but you're still a fucking man. You're a man-child. You're a whiny effing baby. You can't handle 2 weeks of dealing with the shit you created. Honey, I don't know how you handle life. Maybe your life hasn't been that hard. I mean, I know, the one thing I do know about you, because I don't know your history, so maybe this will be a bit shady, but I'm not meaning to be shady. I'm saying it directly to you. I'm insulting you not having courage and bravery to stick out the bullshit you create. I know that you're an ex-addict of drugs, right? Now, a lot of people might think this is controversial, but I'm gonna say, and this is no disrespect to anybody who is currently in rehab, going to rehab, having drug issues. I know that's difficult, but Peter, is that the main thing you've been through in your life? Because that's something you created. It's not like you were me who was lied to by doctors and woke up one day so sick I couldn't do anything and needed lots of help with a shitty family. That's a shitty circumstance. Using is a choice. However you chose to do it. And you spent money on it. So maybe you just haven't been through enough in life. Like, maybe you just are a man-child because you never really had to grow up outside the shit that you created yourself. Hence what's going on YouTube, you poor victim you. The next part is really fun. I want to count how long this pause is. Check it out. Eight seconds. 8-second pause. Hasn't he criticized other people for doing this in their videos when they're supposed to be sorry about something or emotional? This is beautiful. Isn't it? He and other people say that this is manipulation, but not when he does it because he's PeterMonn and he's on a pedestal. He doesn't know how he got up there.
If I've ever painted myself as anything other than human, that was not my intention, honestly.
Well, you did it for 8 videos with me, but it wasn't your intention, and when you found out you were wrong, you didn't care to correct the information, so it wasn't your intention, but you don't give a shit when you shit talk. F you. F you, Peter. You're full of shit with that statement.
I'm fucking human, okay? I do it, show it in my vlog, I show it everywhere else. I don't know why anybody thinks anything else of me. I'm a human being that gets human feelings and gets feelings hurt. And sometimes I get angry, and sometimes I get emotional, and sometimes I feel backed into a corner, and sometimes I feel like people are lying on me, and sometimes, you know, I don't know what to do with all of that. And that's kind of where I'm at now, is that I just really don't know what to do with all of this anymore.
Get off the internet and seek mental help, like you told me to do. Go on now, go on, and remember, you're a racist for how you treated Petty Paige by your own logic.
Okay, my camera shut off. Anyway, I don't know. I just needed to get on here and just tell you guys how I'm feeling. My plan going forward is, I don't know. If I feel like I need to get on video and defend myself against a bunch of bullshit that other people want to put out there, I may do that, but I don't have any plan of doing that right now. My plan is to just go on and make videos that I like to make, and for those people that want to support me and be by me, I understand that, okay? And, you know, I'm doing the best that I can as, I don't know, I'm not superhuman. I'm just a human being, and it's a lot, and I'm real overwhelmed, and I'm real tired, and I am just doing the best I can right now. So I'm gonna continue to make videos. I'm gonna continue to do what I love to do and try to stay in my own lane, and that's what I'm gonna do. For those of you that want to continue to support me, thank you. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.
So you're not going to learn anything from this, and you're going to continue to be the same shit-talking, gossip, slandering person that you were before, because you're human and you make mistakes, but you're going to continue to make the same mistake. Well, Peter, I know you're really overwhelmed with all of what to do and the 2 weeks you've dealt with it, and you need a break. I didn't get a break for a year and a half, and I'm still going through it. I just learned how to deal with it. It took me about a year, fully, but I learned to deal with it. So let me do what you do. Let me give you some advice, PeterMonn. Get off the internet. Delete your channel. Go deal with your husband that's worried about you, and be thankful you have him, and be thankful the friends and family that you do have, even though it's hard right now. And go learn to grow a thick skin and actually genuinely go through something difficult. Also, go make those phone calls to apologize to all those clients. Remember all those clients, the ones that you made fun of? Yeah. Why don't you go atone for that? I hope you still have the correct information so you can do that. That's what you should do, Peter. Because holy shit, the internet is going to eat you up and swallow you whole. And the only person that's going to be in your corner coming up is little Mr. Repsion, which I can't wait. So hey, Peter, here's a suggestion, some advice. Since you're not going to talk about your former friends, why don't you respond to any of this? Oh, I'd love for you to. Because in my opinion, you owe me the views and subscribers that I had to delete to go get strong. So now it's your turn. Now, I'm not saying that you have to delete your channel or that you should. It's just my advice on what pusses like you should do in this situation that you created from your own nasty actions. Have we heard many apologies for his actions in this? Nope. I know you're really overwhelmed, Peter, and you can't deal with it, but you're gonna have to. Because I'm gonna keep coming for you. And what I mean by that is speaking the truth about you. I'm gonna keep it up until you fully fix what you've done to me and other people. I'm gonna really focus on me, truth be told, because I don't know all the details of everybody else. I know you've done a lot to people, but you need to try to become a better person. Otherwise, you're my entertainment, just like I was yours. Remember how that went, Peter? Remember? Try going through all this and being sick with no support. Oh, you couldn't handle that. Just seriously, what a whiny little man-child. God. With your little fan prop. It just drives me nuts. Anyways, this has been way too long, but fuck it. We had some fun and I made some money, and that's the most important part. And we called out somebody who desperately needs it. And Peter, if you can't figure out, just wanted to throw this out there, if you can't figure out the resources to find therapy, please contact me so I can laugh at you in the face and make more money. Oh, wait. I don't do those behaviors. You do. You do. That's you, Peter. All right, I'm out, guys. I hope you're enjoying this because this shit ain't gonna stop. Oh, shit. Y'all know me. I'm a dog with a bone when I get into it. And, Peter, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with everything, or I can't wait for the meltdowns that are to come. All right, I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you soon, and we'll have more Peter fun here coming up. Mwah. Goodbye.